understand why when men bag a bad bitch, they want to keep them indoors. They don't want them outside. They want to hide them from the world. Because when you bag a good-looking man whose face card is so lethal, and on top of that he's got aura, it's not for the weak, you will turn into a jealous bitch. You start noticing how other girls look at him while you guys are together. And if they're brave, they're probably going to move to him right in front of you. But I get it now. I understand, okay? But at least you guys know what I'm working with now. at least you look good next to me. I don't know. But, you know, they'll start asking if your man is single. I don't think I'm ready for that.
She complains that having an attractive man comes with customer service problems. Pathetic.
I saw the hottest man I've ever seen at a Trader Joe's today, and I didn't know how to process it. He walked into my aisle, and we made eye contact, and I immediately had a visceral physical response to turn the fuck around, put my things down, I only had like 2 things, and just walk away as fast as I could, far away from this man. It was like a flight or fight response, and I walked outside, and I turned the corner, and I sat on a bench next to a homeless man until I thought he was gone. And I was all hot, and I was flushed. And, I mean, it felt good to feel like butterflies again, and like so giddy and girly and hormonal. It's like good to know it's possible, but also that's not the kind of thing I'm trying to feel in a relationship. So I just wanted to get as far away from it as I can, and it's been a very interesting experience for me that's how I reacted.
She had 2 items. 2 items! And she abandoned them, walked out of a grocery store, and sat next to a homeless man on a bench, just to avoid making eye contact with a handsome stranger. This is what peak intimidation looks like. Not fear of danger, fear of butterflies.
When your gym crush comes to you and try to talk to you in the gym, and they're looking you dead in your eyes, and then your brain just like shuts down, and they're talking to you the most simplest stuff, like, oh, what did you work on today? And I'm just sitting there like, oh, I worked on split squats. Like, oh, what the hell, Zari? Like, fix up. Like, why is you fumbling right now? This is your time and opportunity, and you fumbling your words. Like, why isn't my brain operating in this moment? So embarrassing. We've lost all aura points off. Like, what? So fine, making me a little nervous. Help.
He asked her what she worked on today, and her brain went offline. Split squats. She remembered split squats. That's all she had. Men get told they're bad at conversation. Meanwhile, she's standing in front of the man of her dreams having a complete systems failure over a question about leg day. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be present. That's literally all it takes, and she still couldn't do it.
Now I have 7 boyfriends. I don't know which one is my favorite. I don't know their names, but I have 7 boyfriends.
7 boyfriends, she doesn't even know their names, fully claimed in her head. This is the gym crush phenomenon in its purest form. No conversation required, no actual interaction needed. Just proximity to an attractive man, and suddenly there's a committed relationship happening entirely in her imagination. The man doesn't even know she exists. She's already planning the anniversary.
I like my man to be aight looking. Just be aight. Them fine ones, like, they don't be following your stupid tricks. Like, you hang up on them, they don't call you back, they don't blow you up, and you just like, you call them back, like, hey, you're not gonna call me, you're not gonna blow me.
She cracked the code and immediately used that information against herself. The man she actually wants treats her the same way she treats the man she's settling for. The market is perfectly balanced, and she hates it. A man who values himself doesn't chase anyone. He expects to be treated the way he treats others. She found that man, then complained about it.
I cannot be the only girl who is scared of, like, overly attractive men. And I'm not talking about men that are handsome, just like goatee is my thing. Like a goatee and a beard is my thing. But like the men who have like the sharpest jawline, the clearest skin, the most perfect hairline, like I don't know why, but I'm terrified of it. And like I could never be with someone like that. I like my guys like clean cut and like handsome and all of that, but they have to have like they have to be rough around the edges, and I don't know if that makes sense, because they can't be like perfect, but like when you're too perfect, it's scary.
Too handsome is a deal breaker. He has to have flaws, specifically flaws she can manage. She doesn't want a perfect man. She wants a project she feels safe around. And she's describing this as a preference instead of what it actually is: insecurity wearing a personality type. The man who's been told he's too much or intimidating hasn't done anything wrong. He just made someone confront themselves. That's not his problem to fix.
Why is the dad bod so hot? Simply because I'm too lazy to move. I'm coming to you from the place where all the magic happens. My bed. Dad bods are hot for the following reasons. Reason number one, they're comfortable. Snuggling up to a guy with a six-pack is like putting on a pair of stilettos. They look hot, but feel like shit. Also, it's just not sustainable. Dad bods to me also say I'm looking for something serious. Six-packs just don't scream I'm in love with you. They scream I'm in love with myself. And sorry, but I just require a lot more attention than that. Also, fun fact, Dating.com did a poll this past spring where they surveyed 2,000 people, and of those 2,000 women surveyed, 75% said that they preferred a man with a dad bod. Facts, y'all. Also, when I see a guy with chiseled abs, I'm not like, oh look, a really nice guy that's probably gonna treat me really well. I think to myself, oh look, a guy that's probably gonna cheat on me and has a secret family of 4 that he's providing for in another state. That last one could just be me.
The six-pack cheats. The dad bod cuddles. That's the whole theory. She called discipline not sustainable and comfort a lifestyle choice from her bed. The irony of delivering a fitness opinion from your bedroom while wrapped in a blanket is doing a lot of work in this clip. Men, keep going to the gym. Not for her comfort theory, for yourself.
I want to know how true this is, because I've heard that women will only date men who have dad bods when they're looking for a long-term relationship. They see men who have dad bods as someone who is not going to cheat on them because they're not as attractive to other women. But what I've also heard is that women who want a short-term relationship, they're always going to pick a man who's in great shape and who's very attractive.
She said it without meaning to say it. The man she actually wants in her bed is the one she doesn't want at the altar. And the man she'll marry is the one she'd never choose for the short term. That's not a preference. That's a confession. Build yourself anyway. The man who's in shape for himself attracts differently. Let her sort out her own categories.
I think that men that go to the gym a lot, like obscenely a lot, like 6 to 7 times of the week, or like breathe, eat, sleep the gym, have small penises. Because why are you there every day? Don't you have hoes to text? Why does the staff know you by name? Like, why are they greeting you like a coworker? Something is off. Like, 3 to 4 days makes sense, but any amount after that, you're overcompensating. Like, you have to be overcompensating for something that you lack, and I know exactly what you lack. Lame. Y'all don't realize that the real riz comes from personality. Like, do y'all know who Jeannie Buss is married to? Jay Moore, a comedian. Because he uses jokes to get inside that multi-million-dollar box. Y'all are worried about the wrong thing. You're worried about muscles. You should be worried about jokes. You think your macros are gonna get you a bad bitch? No. Like, what is your personality outside of protein powder? Like, seriously, what would happen if someone takes your shaker bottles away? Withdrawals, probably. And that's another thing y'all need to accept. Pre-workout is just cocaine. It is. Honestly, if you go to the gym that much, I think I'm just not your taste.
6 days of discipline. That's her read on it. The man who wakes up at 5 a.m., hits the gym before work, tracks his nutrition, sleeps properly, and repeats that every single week is doing it because something is lacking. Sure. Meanwhile, she's delivering anatomy diagnoses from her phone at 11 p.m. The body game never lies. Neither does the projection.
Guys, so I have a gym crush, but this is not any the regular gym crush. This is the man of my dreams. This is the man that I see in the book. Like, I imagine in my head, you know, he reminds me so much like Sade from Hunting Adeline. Like, he's big, he's tatted up, he's muscular. He's so fine, but I only get to see him Saturday. So today I went to the gym and I saw him, and I'm like, I have to do something about this, but I don't want to ruin that relationship where you're my gym crush, and you know, I don't want to ruin that. So what I did is that I went to front desk and I asked them for a paper and a pen, and I wrote, bro, this is so, I wrote, hi, I just wanted to let you know that you are the men that I see in my books, and you're the men of my dreams. Keep doing what you're doing. And then I wrote a little heart, and then I told the guy in front desk to give it to him, and then he did. And as soon as he did, bro, I did. I was like, I'm out of here, because he doesn't know that it came from me. But oh my god, he's so fine. Like, he's so fine. Like, he's so fine, y'all. I can't.
She wrote the note, delivered it through reception, then ran. Completely anonymous, completely untraceable, completely meaningless, because he has no idea who sent it, and she made sure he never would. Men write notes in primary school and get laughed at. Grown women do it at the gym and call it romantic. The same woman who said, if he wanted to, he would, now wanted to and didn't.
Oh, you guys want to hear a horror story? My gym crush and I are dating inside the gym. Outside the gym, we don't speak. If you saw us in the gym, you would think we are a full-blown couple. We're not, but he's so fine, I literally can't help myself.
Full couple inside the gym only. The relationship has a very specific jurisdiction. In the cardio section and free weights, they're fully committed. In the parking lot, complete strangers. He probably doesn't even know this relationship exists. He's just trying to get his sets in.
Okay, so update on my gym crush. Obviously, I saw his car from the parking lot, so I knew he was gonna be inside. Lo and behold, he's inside, right? I start working out, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. This man literally walks by, but like, it wasn't like a casual walk. Like, I literally feel like he low-key, I don't know if I'm being delusional. I probably am. I really probably am, but like, girl, he literally walked by me like, and I'm like, oh my god, low-key, like, you're literally my boyfriend, but you don't even know that. Like, you don't know I know what car you drive. You don't know I know your name. Anyways, so I'm sitting down in a machine and I open my camera roll, and the picture of him that I took from his freaking Instagram that I screenshotted literally pops up. Girl, I thought I blew my cover. Thank God I checked. He literally didn't see a single thing. But yeah, I saw him and he walked in slow motion. I'm still being the Lulu, but like, I mean, like, he is my boyfriend.
She screenshot his Instagram, has it saved, almost showed it to him by accident, and she calls him her boyfriend. This is the man's fault somehow. He walked past her in slow motion. In her version of events, that was basically a proposal. A confident man who minds his business has no idea he's in a committed relationship with someone whose name he doesn't know. The body game never lies.
Okay, so this video is for my gym crush and only my gym crush. So if you go to EOS and Task here, you know who you are, you're my gym crush. Mr. Green Shirt, yeah, you're my gym crush. I'm pissed at you because why would you work out next to me the entire time? We're constantly exchanging eye contact, back and forth, looking at each other. And as I move away and I'm doing a stretchy stretch on the floor, you're coming up right behind me. You're so freaking close to me. You're looking at me, I'm looking at you. You start reaching for your AirPod like you have something to say. So I start reaching for my AirPod like I'm about to listen to what you have to say. Just for you to keep freaking walking. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Now I feel dumb. Now I feel like I'm making things up in my head. So this is a message for you. What are we gonna do? Like, what are we gonna do about this?
He was probably switching songs. But in her timeline, this was a romantic near miss that now lives rent-free in her head. A man who moves through the gym without chasing eye contact isn't playing games. He's just working out. The magnetism is unintentional, and that makes it stronger.
Just came back from the gym. For those of you who have been wondering how my gym crush is doing, I don't know. I haven't talked to him yet. But today, it got really close. I was gonna do it. I was on this treadmill, empty treadmill, and then he went here. There was just an empty treadmill in between us. I don't know why he didn't. Either he's not interested or he got scared and didn't want to go on the treadmill next to me. But it would have been the easiest opportunity. Dude, what are you doing? Because I had to contemplate for 20 minutes. Am I going to say something? What do I say? Do I say this? Do I say this? Do I say this?
20 minutes to say hello. Men get told they lack courage for not approaching. This woman spent the runtime of a full Netflix episode deciding whether to press the treadmill button next to a man she's been watching for weeks. How about hello? Just hello. It really is that simple. For all of us.
Yeah. Not me falling in love already. But yeah, he's just really like, I just know if he does come and talk to me. Last time he came to the stairs. He never goes to the stairs, but he came. But of course, that's when I was wiping my shit down, and then it's almost like it looked like I was running away from him. I really wasn't, but it just like, I don't know. I get scared. I'm like, oh, I'm like, where's fine shit? But seriously, like when I don't see him, I'm like, where's fine shit? Fine shit. And when I do see him, I'm like, okay, like motivation. I'm about to lift heavier. But yeah, it's just, he's just so delicious to look at. I love looking. I almost feel like if he does come up to me, I'm about to be like, since I'm such a scaredy cat and I don't want to talk to anyone right now, but I love looking, you know? He's my favorite to look at. And if he does come up to me, I already know what I'm going to say. I'm going to be like, ooh, you know, I am into women, but you are one of the most handsome men I've ever seen. And he's like a short king, but he is just so handsome. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Adios.
The plan is to lie about her entire orientation to avoid a conversation she desperately wants to have. She doesn't want a boyfriend. She wants to watch one from a safe distance and do absolutely nothing about it, which is the exact thing women say men do and hate about men. The irony here is fully cooked, and nobody in this clip noticed.
Okay, I need to tell this because this is gonna haunt me, I'm sure, for years to come, but okay, so for context, I just came from the gym. I'm sweaty. I am like gross. And I have like a gym crush. Everyone has that, I feel like. And scrumptious, like great. Just love looking at him. And earlier today, one of my coworkers was like, oh, I was just telling him like, you know what? Like my friend has this like rule, like if you have a crush on someone for more than 6 months, like you should just do something about it. Cause you know, like what's the point? And he's like, that's a good rule. And I was like, what should I say to this guy? And he was like, oh, you could be like funny and be like, hey, like go up to him and be like, do I know you? And if he's like, no, be like, well, I'd like to, like my name is Michelle. And I was like, like that's funny, but I don't know if I'll say that. And you know what, like I was like, you know what, like I will say that because like that's funny, and like if he can't laugh at that, then I don't want you anyway. So today I mean my makeup and hair was already done, but I was like, I'll just like go to the gym and like go up to him and like, you know, I'll just say it and like see what happens. So I freaking go up to him, I see Scrumptious, and I'm like, oh, like excuse me, and he's turned around. He's turned around and he has freaking wired headphones in, and I'm like, hey, like do I know you? And I'm like, I talk really fast, so I'm like, hey, do I know you, while he has his headphones in. And he turns around, he's like, I'm so sorry, like he's taking them out, he's like, I'm so sorry, like I missed everything you just said, can you just like repeat that? Immediately blackout, like immediately I like, oh my god, I got so nervous in the moment. I like didn't know what to say, and I was like, oh, like you just look so familiar, like did you go to Montclair State or like I was like, are you like from like Bergen County? He's like, no, he's like, I'm not. And I was like, oh, like I feel like I see you all the time, and like you just look so familiar. And he's like, no, he's like, I actually went to school in I'm not gonna say school, but he went to school somewhere, and he was like, yeah, like I'm from up there, and I was like, oh, haha, like I was like, you just look so familiar. He's like, yeah, and I was like, oh, like sorry, I like bothered you during your workout. He's like, no, and I didn't know how to end it. I know what to say, so I was like, and I turn around, I walk away, I go to another machine, and oh my god, he like was finishing his workout, so he went to a machine like where all the machines are, like they're all in the same area, and I literally couldn't look at him. I'm so I'm so stupid. I need to like go and like myself in the bathroom, because I was like staring at the floor, like doing this freaking ab thing, which is like also the hardest thing, so I know I was making the worst faces. And then eventually he got up and he left, like he finished his workout, and I had to literally get up and just like completely leave the gym, because the shame of that moment was haunting me, like truly haunting me. And I actually like cannot believe I did that. I'm gonna have to like switch my gym now.
She rehearsed it, had the line, waited for the moment. He had headphones in. And then she bailed so completely that she had to switch gyms. Not because he was rude, not because it went badly, because she lost her nerve mid-sentence and said he looked familiar. Switched gyms. Let the man have the whole facility. Logged out of that chapter of her life entirely. Men have been doing this for years, and it was never called brave. It was just called Tuesday.
All right, losers, here's your update. So, and it's the final update. So we were texting quite a bit. He seemed very interested. And then we chatted a few times in the gym, but I didn't like get too close. Like I didn't talk too long, except for like one time, which now that I think about it is kind of gross. But mainly because like I didn't want to, like I just met him. I was probably stinking. Like I didn't want him to think I was gross, but whatever. And then so we were texting pretty consistently. And then like he did a little switcheroo. And I was like, that's interesting. So I texted him. I was like 24 plus hours. This is crazy. And he was like, you want me to be honest? And I was like, I'd prefer that. And he was like, I just didn't think there was any chemistry between us. We haven't gone out. We didn't go on a date. We chatted at the gym maybe like 3 times, but no date, no hangout. How would you know, brother? You don't even know me. I was a little offended by that. I was like, you don't even know me. Basically, I said that actually. And then, kinder. And then he said, I'm not trying to be rude. We can still be cool, but if not, like, I understand. I was like, yeah, we're fine. I mean, I wasn't that interested because I didn't get to know him yet. I mean, could have been. Probably not. I'm pretty picky. But, so... we have theories, but they don't matter. They don't matter. Single for life. Single for life. If you know anyone hot and tall, let me know. I just didn't think there was any chemistry between us.
He was honest. She asked for honesty. He gave it. She's now announcing a lifetime of singlehood. The man who told the truth and moved on isn't the problem. He just didn't feel it. That's his right. The same right she's been exercising on men for years, just without the courtesy of saying it out loud. Honesty from a man who's done the work doesn't need to be softened. He said what he meant and kept it moving. That's actually the standard.
Yeah, I have an update for all my new besties on the young Tom Cruise. Okay, so I failed at what we talked about. I did not go talk to him because I don't know why. I completely bailed. I've never bailed before in my life, but I bailed, and yeah, I didn't talk to him. I had every opportunity. He came up multiple times while I was working out with my clients and was right there while I was working out with my clients. And even my clients themselves pointed him out, and they were like, he's really cute. And I was like, I know. So he does look a little young in the face, but all my clients were like, not all of them. I was not yapping to all my clients, but the clients who pointed him out, where I was like, yeah, that's my gym crush, they said, okay, he doesn't look like a high schooler. But neither did the high schooler who had a full beard and looked like a man who was going into his freshman year. So you don't know. You never know. And he could be older and just looks younger. I don't know. But I will talk to him. I promise I'll talk to him. I just have to work up. I have to work up the courage. I've never had a problem with this in my life. Never. Even if I thought someone was the cutest person ever or good looking or I really admired them, I was fine going up and talking to them. No problem. No, I'm a little nervous. But it's okay. I think part of the reason why I'm nervous is because it is a workplace and I am like, okay, I don't want to make it weird at all or make him uncomfortable to come into the gym at all. So I'm just trying to like be normal and safe. Yeah.
She's never had this problem before. Never bailed. Never been nervous. Until him. That right there is the whole video. The man who's built himself, physically, mentally, in how he carries himself, doesn't have to do anything. He just has to show up. And the people who were once the most confident in the room become the most nervous in his presence. That's not manipulation. That's not a game. That's just what happens when a man genuinely respects himself. Build that. Protect that. And let them figure out whether they're going to say hello or bail and switch gyms. Either way, you were just doing leg day. Drop a like, share this with a brother who needed to see it, subscribe, and walk with us. See you in the next one.